Mr. Mike, the Gadget Guy here, and this is my review of the Cootree C252 lightweight in-ear sports sweatproof wireless Bluetooth headset. A sample was provided for this review. Now, I've reviewed several Cootree headphones, and these are similar quality to those, very good quality. Comes with this charging cable, and the packaging is white, comes in this nice little box. Now, the charging cable is USB, so it can plug into your computer or any USB connector. The headset itself looks like this, and it plugs right into this section. There's no cover for the micro USB slot, so it'll plug in right there, and that's quite nice. I like how that works. And on each of the other sides, there are buttons. Now, you might think sweat might get in there or water, so they actually have these covers to cover up just in case your sweat might get in there. So let me just show you kind of how one of these works on top here. It's really important to make sure you got on the right side here. So let me make sure that it's on the right side. So when I close it here, as you can see, there's actually a section on the covers for the buttons, as you can see there. So these covers are nice. They come included, and they would cover this whole area that would be any part that would be affected by sweat. Here's the headset. It kind of fits in your palm of your hand. It's a good size. They fit over the ear, and so it does indicate left and right. And this section right here would be go inside your ear and keep it nice and snug. Now, this is connected through Bluetooth 4.0, and you can see the blinking here to notice when the Bluetooth is on. Now, I want to show you how the functions on this work. So I've actually paired it with my iPod Touch here. And to turn it on, this would be your left ear here. There's some buttons here, and I press it and see it just turned on. I press it again, and it turned it to pause. Now, when I turn it on here, the other buttons on that same ear are for the next track. So let's move to the next track. There we go. And if I want to move to the previous track again, press it again. Now, if I keep the next track pressed longer, it will fast forward. And if I keep the previous track pressed down like this, it'll rewind it. So that's nice. On the other ear, which is the right ear, it's got the volume control for high volume and lower volume. Okay, so I'm going to stop that, put this away, and I'm going to move on to these pieces. These are the in-ear pieces. There's 4 of them total to replace the ones that are currently on the headset. Oftentimes I like to measure about how long these are, and this will help you know whether this can fit on your head or whether you're going to need to get longer ones. When I kind of stretch this out all the way here, it measures about 1 foot or 12 inches. So that's good to know whether it's going to fit around your head. As you're doing your research on this, you might be wondering how this compares to other headsets. Now, I have a pair of Cootree C240s. These are also a Bluetooth sports headset. So I'd like to go through some of the differences between the 252 and the 240 here. One of the big differences is obviously this 252 has 8 hours talk times, 200 standby, whereas the C240 here has a 6 hours talk time and a 150 standby. That's a pretty big difference for battery life. 252 is a bit more compact. I like that about it, and it's a bit lighter. The 240s here are a bit larger, a little bit heavier. The 252 also has more button controls for next tracks. For the 240, it has this 2 buttons for volume control, and you have to double click them for next track, previous track. These 252s actually, they're a little bit shorter, so they may not fit on your head if you have a larger size head, whereas the 240s here will fit in most heads. The 252s also have a much lower bass, so the 240s actually have a much stronger bass, and they fit more snug in your ear. But overall, it kind of depends on what your purposes are to decide which one to get. But I personally like these C252s. I don't need super high quality audio all the time. I like things lightweight, comfortable, and long talk time, and the price on these is quite reasonable. So I definitely recommend these if you need something simple like that, and that's my review of the Cootree C252 lightweight wireless Bluetooth headset.